Picture this. You're the director of an epic movie. You've got the script, the actors, and the perfect shooting locations. But behind every blockbuster, there's a whole army of people making sure the lights are working, the costumes fit, and the coffee is strong enough to keep everyone awake during those late-night shoots. The same goes for procurement. Behind the scenes of every successful organization, there's a cast of key players making sure everything runs smoothly. In this lesson, we're going to roll out the red carpet and introduce you to the key stakeholders and their roles within the procurement process. Let's start with the main stars, the procurement team itself. These folks are the James Bonds of the organization. Suave, strategic, and always getting the job done, minus the martinis, of course. The procurement team is the engine driving the procurement process, and each member plays a crucial role. The Chief Procurement Officer, CPO. Imagine the CPO as the director of our movie. This person is responsible for the overall strategy, direction, and management of the procurement process. They set the vision, ensure everything aligns with the company's goals, and make the tough decisions when necessary. The CPO is often involved in high-level negotiations, setting policies, and making sure that picture this. You're the director of an epic movie. You've got the script, the actors, and the perfect shooting locations. But behind every blockbuster, there's a whole army of people making sure the lights are working, the costumes fit, and the coffee is strong enough to keep everyone awake during those late-night shoots. The same goes for procurement. Behind the scenes of every successful organization, there's a cast of key players making sure everything runs smoothly. In this lesson, we're going to roll out the red carpet and introduce you to the key stakeholders and their roles within the procurement process. Let's start with the ENT as contributing to the organization's bottom line. They might not be on set for every scene, but you can bet they're behind every critical decision. Procurement managers. Next up, we have the procurement managers, the assistant directors of our procurement movie. They're the ones who take the CPO's vision and turn it into action. Procurement managers oversee the day-to-day operations, manage supplier relationships, and ensure that the procurement process runs smoothly. They're in charge of making sure the team sticks to the budget, deadlines are met, and quality standards are upheld. If the CPO is the brains of the operation, procurement managers are definitely the muscle. Buyers and purchasing agents. Now meet the buyers and purchasing agents, the actors who bring the procurement drama to life. These are the folks in the trenches, interacting directly with suppliers, negotiating prices, and placing orders. They know the market like the back of their hand and are always on the lookout for the best deals. Buyers are also responsible for ensuring that what's purchased meets the required specifications. Think of them as the detectives of the procurement world, always sniffing out the best products at the best prices. Category managers. Every movie has its genre, and in procurement, these genres are called categories. Category managers specialize in specific product or service categories, such as IT, raw materials, or professional services. They are the experts in their field, understanding the nuances of their category, from market trends to supplier capabilities. Category managers develop strategies tailored to their categories and work closely with buyers to ensure that the organization gets the best value from each purchase. They're like the specialized consultants you call in when you need that extra bit of expertise. Contract managers. Let's not forget the contract managers, the legal eagles of procurement. Their job is to draft, review, and manage contracts with suppliers. They ensure that all agreements are clear, enforceable, and in the best interest of the organization. Contract managers also monitor compliance with the terms of contracts, making sure both parties stick to their end of the bargain. They're the ones who make sure there are no nasty surprises down the road, like hidden fees or missed deadlines. Now that we've met the procurement team, let's move on to the internal stakeholders, the supporting cast who play essential roles in the procurement process. Without their cooperation and input, the procurement process would be like trying to film a movie without a script, confusing, chaotic, and unlikely to succeed. Finance department. First on the list is the finance department, the accountants and number crunchers of the organization. They're the ones who hold the purse strings, ensuring that the procurement team has the budget they need to make purchases. Finance also plays a key role in approving expenditures, setting financial controls, and ensuring that procurement activities align with the organization's financial goals. In a way, they're like the producers of our movie, always keeping an eye on the budget and making sure the project doesn't go overboard. Legal department. Next, we have the legal department, the script supervisors who make sure everything is in order. The legal team is responsible for reviewing contracts, ensuring compliance with laws and regulations, and advising on any legal risks associated with procurement activities. They work closely with the contract managers to ensure that the organization is protected from any legal pitfalls. Without the legal department, the procurement process could easily veer off script, leading to costly lawsuits or regulatory fines. End users or departments. Then we have the end users or departments, the actors who will be using the goods and services procured. These stakeholders are the ones who initiate purchase requests, specifying what they need to do their jobs effectively. They provide the procurement team with the technical specifications, quality requirements, and delivery timelines. Think of them as the method actors of the organization. They know exactly what they need to deliver their best performance, and they make sure the procurement team gets it right. IT department. In today's digital world, the IT department is like the special effects team of the procurement process. They ensure that all procurement-related software and systems are functioning smoothly, from e-procurement platforms to supply chain management systems. IT also plays a role in sourcing technology-related purchases, ensuring that the organization's tech needs are met efficiently and securely. Without IT, the procurement process would be stuck in the dark ages, fumbling around with outdated tools and methods. Quality assurance, QA, and compliance teams. Finally, we have the quality assurance, QA, and compliance teams, the film critics of our procurement movie. These stakeholders ensure that the goods and services procured meet the required quality standards and comply with all relevant regulations. QA teams inspect deliveries, conduct tests, and provide feedback to the procurement team, while compliance teams ensure that all procurement activities adhere to the organization's policies and external regulations. They might not be the stars of the show, but their approval is critical to the success of the procurement process. No movie is complete without a few guest stars, and in procurement, these are the external stakeholders. These are the players outside the organization who still have a significant impact on the procurement process. Suppliers. The most obvious external stakeholders are the suppliers, the guest stars who provide the goods and services that the organization needs. Suppliers are more than just vendors. They are partners in the procurement process. Building strong relationships with suppliers can lead to better deals, priority service, and even innovation. Suppliers play a critical role in ensuring that the organization's needs are met on time and to the required specifications. Without reliable suppliers, the procurement process would be like a movie without a cast, impossible to produce. Regulatory bodies. Regulatory bodies are the government agencies and industry organizations that set the rules for how procurement should be conducted. They ensure that procurement practices are fair, transparent, and compliant with laws and regulations. Regulatory bodies might not be involved in the day-to-day operations of procurement, but their influence is always present. They're like the film censors, who make sure everything is up to code before the movie hits the screens. Customers. Lastly, we have the customers, the audience for our procurement movie. While they might seem distant from the procurement process, customers are actually a key external stakeholder. Their needs and expectations drive the organization's procurement decisions, from the quality of materials to the ethical standards of suppliers. Ultimately, the success of the procurement process is judged by how well it meets the needs of the end customer. Without a satisfied audience, even the best procurement efforts can fall flat. If there's one thing you take away from this lesson, let it be this: procurement is a team sport. It's not just the procurement team working in isolation. It's a collaborative effort involving multiple stakeholders, each with their own role to play. When everyone works together, the result is a seamless procurement process that delivers value to the organization. Effective communication is the glue that holds the procurement team and its stakeholders together. Regular meetings, clear documentation, and open channels of communication ensure that everyone is on the same page. Just like a movie set, where the director, actors, and crew need to be in sync to create magic on screen, the procurement process requires coordination and collaboration to succeed. In conclusion, the procurement process is a complex and multifaceted operation that involves a wide range of stakeholders, both internal and external. From the procurement team itself to the finance department, legal advisors, end users, suppliers, and even regulatory bodies, each player has a crucial role to play in ensuring the success of the procurement process. Understanding these roles and how they interact is key to mastering the art of procurement. And while procurement might not always be in the spotlight, it's the unsung hero behind every successful organization, ensuring that everything runs smoothly, efficiently, and effectively. So, next time you see a procurement professional, give them a nod. They're the ones making sure the show goes on, even when the cameras aren't rolling.